Hi guys, German Prepper here. Very serious news from the Balkans here in Europe today. Unbelievably, this is not in the mainstream media yet as I film this. A suddenly ignited confrontation is taking place between Serbia and Kosovo as armed clashes have taken place between Serbs and Kosovo Albanians in the region. There are reports of Serbian special forces taking combat positions on the border with Kosovo, and Serbian sources speak of confirmed direct exchanges of fire between the forces of the two countries. Air raid sirens have been sounding in the Serbian enclave of Mitrovica in northern Kosovo, with churches in the area ringing their bells non-stop. Civil defence sirens are also sounding in Serbia proper in the areas bordering northern Kosovo with its Serbian enclaves. Alexander Vučić, the president of Serbia, in an emergency press conference has stated the following regarding Kosovo. Listen through, guys, this explains events well. All I can say is that we ask for peace, but I will tell you right away, there will be no surrender and Serbia will win. If they start persecuting Serbs, mocking Serbs, killing Serbs, Serbia will win. The situation for our people in Kosovo and Metohija is very complicated. Many people have reduced their attitude towards Kosovo and Metohija to slogans where they say, Kosovo is Serbia, and that's it. But I don't think they have ever found itself in a more complicated and difficult situation than it is today. My appeal to all is to try to maintain peace at almost any cost. I ask Albanians to come to their senses, the Serbs not to succumb to provocations, but I also ask the representatives of the powerful and big countries which have recognised the so-called independence of Kosovo to pay some attention to international law and the reality of the ground, and not to allow their protégés to cause conflicts. They made the decision to impose things they have no right to impose, mainly on the people in northern Kosovo and Metohija. Previously, they sent their units to the administrative crossings of Jarinje and Brnjak with the desire to stop all those with Serbian IDs. All this should start tonight at midnight, while at the same time convincing the Serbs to abandon the KM signs. Wow, quite a speech there, guys. On the other side, we have Albin Kurti, the Prime Minister of Kosovo, who has stated in reply, armed groups controlled by the Serbian government fired today in northern Kosovo. The attack took place along the border. The coming days will be challenging. We are dealing with the type of Serbian chauvinism we know well. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova has stated, we call on Pristina and the United States and the European Union that support it to stop the provocations and respect the rights of Serbs in Kosovo. Now guys, the Serbian army is confirmed to be in a state of general alert. Serbian fighters have been stationed at airports near Kosovo. Albanian special forces meanwhile have deployed along the border with Serbia and along the Ibar River that separates the northern Serb enclaves and southern Kosovo Albanian parts of Mitrovica. A little background before we go further. In 1999, the Kosovo War broke out. Guerrilla activity by the ethnic Albanian separatist Kosovo Liberation Army had led the Serbian army to crack down within its borders and in some cases drive out ethnic Albanians from the area of southern Serbia. NATO then intervened and bombed the Serbian army into a withdrawal from the Kosovo province, allowing it to break away. A great many Serbs then found themselves living in the northern areas of a new entity, or to some country, called Kosovo. Refusing to give up their ancestral land, they remain to this day. It is worth noting the Russian Federation supported the Serbs through all of this. Serbia has never recognised Kosovo's independence or its right to impose rules and regulations. Most EU countries recognise Kosovo, though Serbia's allies, Russia and China, do not. Kosovo's fragile peace had been maintained by a NATO mission which has 3,770 troops on the ground. So back to the present now, guys. This is an incredible breakdown in relations that, although building for years, has ignited in a matter of hours. It reportedly started when ethnic Serbs in northern Kosovo blocked roads near two key border crossings. This was to protest at newly imposed Kosovo government regulations involving Serbian-issued license plates and ID documents being invalid that have come into force. To know where this is heading, we need to hear the all-too-telling words of Vladimir Djukanovic, a Serbian MP of the ruling SNS party. Lord, help our people in Kosovo and Metohija. The information coming in is tremendous. It seems to me that Serbia will be forced to begin the denazification of the Balkans. Yes, guys, he did just give the same reasoning for a new war across the Balkans that Russia has just used in Ukraine. The world is fragmenting, and the sides are becoming all the clearer to us with each passing day. Keep prepping, guys. Cheers for now.